I think it's pretty evident that the people that need to be making money are not the ones that are really making money, and I know how to fix it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and for over a decade I've been helping people use the skills they have to make more money, to make different money, and all of those things in between. The reason why I do what I do is because I've seen people completely change their lives through getting a better pay, a better job with more freedom, not just because of the money, but because of who they had to become in order to feel confident of their abilities when they do get that job or when they do learn how to make money on their own. When people sit with me and they think that they're telling me that this is the job that I want, or this is what I want to do next, and they're telling me the reasons why they think that they can't have it, but I know that a mediocre man from last week got a job with better pay by only answering one interview question. And you realize that it's not just about what it is that you're doing, it's about who you think you are. And that's going to apply to any job, anything that you do, any way that you make money. So for over a decade, I have collected data on hundreds of people that I've worked with and the characteristics that they held and some of the correlations between the types of people that meanwhile they've had hard experiences in life and they choose to care about giving back, and they're not just focused on the money. They're the ones that typically are not making more money, but I think that they need to be making more money. And I think that across all fields, inside and outside of the traditional 9 to 5, that we can see this play out. And when I say good people, I mean those people that have seen just how cruel life can be, but they still choose to do things that benefit others. They feel restricted by the traditional jobs. Maybe you have skills that you feel like the world needs. So who am I talking to? I am talking to the people that you've seen the cruelty of the world. You've had a rough go of things in life, but you still choose to be kind. You still choose to show up as your authentic self. You still choose to put your best foot forward. And I love working with these kinds of people because they have the most beautiful gifts and they don't even see it. And when you do see it, that's when the whole world opens up for you. This is when people have decided to choose authenticity over performance. They're often the ones that feel the most restricted by traditional 9 to 5 because these positions typically require you to limit yourself, to put on a performance and not to listen to your authenticity and your actual gifts. And these are the gifts that the world actually needs. A lot of people find it difficult to make money outside of the traditional job because of all of the stifling that has been taking place. So the things that help you succeed in a job, they don't help you as much outside of the job because you don't even think about those particular skills that you could use. When it comes to learning how to opt out of the traditional system, there's a lot of internalized shame. The shame of taking up space, the fear of taking up space, the fear of being too intimidating or being too offensive. So people shrink themselves. You shrink yourself into this box that you do not belong in. But you don't even know how people are jealous of how immaculately you handle a stressful situation, or how you come up with a creative idea and you're always on top of your game and you just get everything done. You don't even see that because you're so worried about. You don't even see that because you are so used to shrinking yourself. You're so used to performing in a particular system, and what is wrong is mainly the things that you see. But yet you yearn for more because you know that you can do more. But here's the thing that typically happens when you try to do more, when you try to make more. Typically, you feel like you have to learn everything first. And that's why a lot of people fail, because going down that route means that you have 751 reasons why you can lose interest or momentum or even talk yourself out of it. And maybe you get to the point where you know that you can do it and you start taking steps towards it, but then you run into those obstacles. But many of those obstacles are mental limitations because of what you learned in that traditional 9 to 5. So here's what it's actually about. Learning to make your own income is really a path of expansion. It's a path of becoming your best self. The beginning of the path, you just have to start. And a lot of people don't do that because you're really just running into different aspects of yourself. When you hit those limitations, that is where self-awareness comes in. Because a lot of people think that it's really about knowing your flaws and your weaknesses, but you have to be fully aware of what your gifts are. Then as you continue to get positive outcomes, feelings, and experiences, then you build that self-trust. You learn that the more you go along this path and you have small or large wins, then that is how you build success, through identity building. It's about recreating who you see yourself as. But most paths that teach you how to make money online or how to make your own money, they don't teach you to get past the identity part, because you're supposed to bring that part with you, figure it out. But if you are someone who has a lot of internalized shame or resistance or fear around self-expansion, then your income will be inextricably tied to that. Then you don't really know what it means to alchemize your pain and your negative experiences into opportunities to generate income. But here is the guaranteed way to success, in my opinion. You have to get to that level of freedom and income that you want. So it's not just a matter of doing more things and learning more things. It's a matter of becoming the person who knows that they're worth it. But you don't become the person first. You have to do it as you continue. So you build that identity through remaining consistent in the long run. And in the short run, it means that at every perceived limitation you've created as to why this can't work for you, there is a way out of that. So when you truly let yourself relax into the expansion of who you are, you can achieve this, and you can relax through practicing it. So this is just the space for that in the Digital Income Club. As long as you show up, I do the work with you to help you become that new person that can create income in a number of ways. And you could actually learn how to do it while you are building that self-trust. That means that you get accountability, that people are doing the same thing as you, who are ahead of you and have solved something, who are behind you and you could support. And then you can build that trust in yourself as you are going through that process and mastering every single level, getting that feedback, getting undeniable proof that you are growing and you're becoming exactly who you need to be. So making money is just a part of it, and becoming who you need to be is really the largest part of that.